Have you ever been sitting in your RV relaxing when someone walks from the bedroom to the kitchen and suddenly it feels like you're in a small boat? Hello, we're two traveling teachers, and join us today as we attempt to solve this problem.
Okay, we're going to try to solve a dreaded problem that anybody with a camper knows what we're talking about. It is the wobble you feel when someone's moving around the camper. A few years ago with our last camper, I came up with a plan. Actually, I'd seen it, but I created my own video on it, on the cheap wobble stopper that's made out of 2x4s and a ratchet strap, and it seemed to work pretty good. But since then, we've bought a bigger camper, and we don't have that anymore. And I wanted to come up with something a little different. It costs more. It's a pre-made wobble stopper. I believe they call it the I-beam stabilizer. Locks onto the I-beam, which you'll see later when I put it in, and it stabilizes, and we'll see how it works. Yeah, it costs more, but we bought this one on Amazon from a company called Softener, and it was $96, I believe. And the MoreRide has one I saw on eTrailer.com, and it was $175 or $176. So we're talking, you know, nearly $80 difference. I'm sure the MoreRide has better materials, and you know, but I feel like it's a wobble stopper. I'm not going to pay $80 more for slightly better materials. It's not like something that is going to take a lot of beating driving down the road. So we'll give it a try, and we'll let you know in the future not only whether it worked, but whether it held up. All right. So I'm going to unbox this, and it'll take a minute, so I'm going to ask Gina to stop filming for just a moment while I finish untaping it. All right, found out it's easier just to open it from the end. It's fairly heavy because I guess it's made out of steel. We'll see what all's in here. There seems like there's some other stuff. I guess it's a carrying bag. Some stuff in a bag. What is this? Probably some more hardware. We'll find out what all this is. Oh, this is the ratchet strap, just like the homemade ones I've done. An important part of making it operate. All right, comes with instructions. I don't know if you really need them, but maybe there they are. And yeah, this is just like a carrying bag, so that's kind of nice. All right, let's open this sucker up, see what we get. You gotta know. There we go. All right, here's the main gist of it. There's one right here. See this, I don't know exactly, but I think this locks onto the I-beam, and this rotates around, which I have to pull a pin out for, and sits on the ground, and you can pull this pin out to extend it to match the height of your I-beam on your camper. One goes on the I-beam on the left side of the camper, one on the right, ratchet strap in between. You tighten down the ratchet strap and it should work just like the cheap 2x4 version. I will admit the 2x4 version is a lot less expensive, probably 20 bucks for all the materials, and this is 96 bucks. But this is more compact. That's like you got to haul these 2x4s around. We'll show you the installation of this. All right, folks, I hope you appreciate we're out here in the Florida summer heat and humidity in the summer to show you this wobble stopper or I-beam stabilizer. A couple things I want to point out. Notice we do not have a tripod on our front kingpin. Maybe that'll be something in the future. Another thing, if you look down here between the wheels, we do not have the X-chocks. I've never felt like they really did much anyhow. So we have them, we just didn't bring them. So we have absolutely nothing to stabilize it. We'll see. And we only got one set of these. So we may in the future buy one that goes up front. We're going to put these in the back. I looked on the instructions, and it does say that these are not, they feel heavy duty, but it says it's aluminum, which is nice because it won't rust, but it's really thick and heavy duty. It feels pretty sturdy. And the pins are stainless steel. And the way this works, we're going to put this down here. I don't know. I've never done it before, so we're going to figure this out together. So, Gina, maybe you get down here where you can see this. All right. Do you see how it slips into the I-beam? And you see that? And then we extend the leg here to the appropriate length. I imagine the wider you go, the more stable you're going to get. So I just need to find a hole that will work right there. There's a hole. Get it lined up. There we go. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks like the 7th hole up. So I'm going to go ahead and get that ready. So we pull these pins out. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And this way I don't have to get under there and try to do all that.
Now, what if this side's a little bit higher?
You know, that you're smarter than me, Gina. That's why I have married you. Because yes, this side is higher. So we are going to adjust it. So never mind. 7 pins isn't going to work for us. All right, let's see if I can get that on there. I could leave it here at 7 pins. It's just a little wider. I think I'm just going to do that. I think that'll work just fine. Because, like I said, I think the wider the stance, the more stability you get. Now, it comes with this ratcheting strap. And it's kind of cool because it has this yellow button here. You just pull that back and it just easily pulls out. And then you release and it locks. And then you pull it and it retracts, so it's easy to manipulate. And of course, you just ratchet like any of your ratchet strap. So let me get this latched on. Now I just have to remember where I latch it. Does it go in that hole? Doesn't feel like it goes in that hole. I'm going to have to pause here for a moment and read the instructions to see where this goes. It doesn't look like it fits in this hole, so somehow it attaches here. I'll figure that out because I want to do it right. So let me go look at the instructions. All right, so these instructions, the pictures do a world of good. Actually, it's pretty simple. This pin that I chose not to put back in, you actually put that back in. And then this is just going to hook around it. That's all you got to do. So yeah, I'm going to extend this. Well, I didn't do this smartly. I need to, let's do this. Are you still filming me?
Yes.
As I fumble and figure this out?
Yes.
All right. What are the chances you can film and pull this yellow lever back at the same time? Slim to none?
Let's see. I'm also getting dripped upon.
Oh, the Florida humidity. Oh, Lord. All right.
Okay.
All right. Yeah, I just got to grab this strap and extend it to the other side. So let me get around this. Okay. And then, are you filming me over here?
Yes.
Okay, all I'm doing is the same thing I did over there. Put that pin in, hook this around. All right, you can let go of that. And now you ratchet it tight, and supposedly you're more stable. All right, so let's do that. Pulls in these legs nice and tight. And we'll lock this down. Nope, that didn't work. I thought I was locking it down.
Well, it's all a learning experience.
So now you know this is legit. We're going to go in now and test this out and see if it, maybe a little tighter, test and see how the wobble, see how de-wobbled we are. All right, let's do that. All right, let's let the experiment begin. This is without the wobble stopper. I'm gonna get the camper really shaking, just basically shifting my weight from one foot to the other to get a good wobble. All right, we're gonna try the same test here, and I'm standing wide stance. Maybe we should show this. Here, Gina, film me how I'm standing. Can you see me? All right, I'm in the back of the camper and I got my legs apart, and I just start doing this real hard back and forth. That's what I did for the first trial. So we're gonna try that here and watch the water. I know this is super scientific, but it will show whether you can see it's still moving. So there's nothing that's gonna stop the wobble completely, but here I go. Yeah, it's moving. I don't know. We'll put a side-by-side comparison. I feel like it's moving less. What do you think? You're feeling it.
I didn't move that.
Now, you were in the front of the camper when I did it. Go in the front and see if it feels like it's shaking a lot. So this is even more scientific. It's the feel test. She's going to go up into the front room and see how wobbly it feels. All right, here I go. I got it shaking pretty good though, so I don't know.
I don't feel any shaking up here, to be honest.
You don't?
No.
Okay, so the water test, which is probably slightly more quantitative, I'm not measuring, but you can visually measure, seems to show more motion, but Gina literally said she didn't feel much. You need to come here. I got to have an eyewitness that says that. Come talk about when you were sitting up in that front area and I was wobbling, did it feel real shaky?
The first time it did, because I was wondering what was going on.
Yeah, I didn't tell her I was testing it before the wobble thing.
This time just now, I really couldn't detect.
Yeah, I do think if you went all out and put wobble stoppers in the front, I don't know if those tripods work, but maybe put one of those under the kingpin, and even maybe put in the, what do you call those, X-chocks, you might get it down to almost no motion, but with one set of wobble stoppers, we would say it feels like it has wobbled less.
Yeah, it helps. And it really, I mean, it's not the end of the world if your camper's wobbling a bit. It does not affect our enjoyment of our experience. But if it's seriously, going back and forth, it can be annoying.
All right, sorry, I didn't mic her up and the AC's running. So if you didn't hear that, I'll edit it out, or you will hear it and it'll just be a lot of noise in the background. Anyhow, we'll keep you posted on what we think about this and whether we decide to spend another $100 on another set of the softener I-beam, what is it called? Softener I-beam stabilizers. So, yeah, there it is. There it says right here. Set of 2. Well, it's not 2 sets. It's 1 set of 2 stabilizers, which is silly because you can't do it with only 1 stabilizer. It doesn't work, so it's kind of silly. But anyhow, but it is much cheaper than the MORryde. Not that I have anything against MORryde. I think they make good stuff, but I think for this, if I was talking about my suspension on my RV, I would definitely go with MORryde over. I don't think Softener makes anything like that, but I wouldn't cheap out on it. But this is, I'm just trying to stop the wobble. I don't need to go buy the most expensive item out there. So, if you're looking for an option for stabilizing, consider this. We'll put a link in it. We are not associated with Softener. We're not getting these free. We're just trying them out. So, hope it helps.